Today I'm sharing something that I never shared. You'll see how it looks like one of my weekly Q&As with the members of my community. Those are high-performing Ecom founders and operators that join weekly call to ask all the specific questions. We chatted about ad account structure, manual bids, how to test, how to evaluate the winners. So this is a glimpse of what you can see if you join this program. Hope to see you soon, and now enjoy the session. Hey guys, how's it going? Ellie, Nicole, Pietro, does anybody has any questions? Okay, Grace has questions.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, good, thanks. I've been working my way through your course and it's amazing. Thank you so much for putting all that together.
I
I
appreciate it.
launched a cost cap Advantage Plus campaign of all my past winners, and it performed really, really well over the weekend. I had a great day on Sunday. It came in under my CPA target.
Nice.
Then yesterday,
It
it did the
overspent.
opposite. Yeah, it overspent terribly, and so my average order value is 170 and my target cost per purchase is 85
Okay.
Australian dollars. It was getting a $175 cost per purchase
Oh
yesterday.
wow.
Yeah,
On what is cost per purchase set? What,
85.
you set it at 85 and it's spent on 170.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. I
Is
mean,
that normal?
not really. Like it should, let's say you put 85, it should go like
Mm,
90, then like 82, then like 87. Like, so it should go up and down, but it should average
yeah.
out at that. So like that it
Mm,
spends fully without
mm.
any performance, that's usually, that should not be happening. How is pacing today?
It's better today, but I went into the ad account and I noticed that like one ad is getting all the spend on a really low ROAS. So I kind of think maybe I should turn that off, but I wanted to check with you if that would reset
So
the line.
is it only today or like since you launched it?
Let me have a look. It is, it seems to be only today. So today it's got a 0.95 ROAS with 3 purchases, $119.
Okay, and
But
if we
then,
check like yesterday and Sunday,
yeah. So yesterday, sort of same, 0.92, $179 cost per purchase. But then Sunday, I think was quite good. It was like, yeah, 6 purchases, $57 cost per purchase, 2.81 ROAS.
yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like a hard decision. For some reason, Facebook is favorizing it, probably because it's like maybe an ad with a lot of social proof. Maybe it has an amazing thumbs up ratio. So Facebook think
Mhm.
that ad is better than the other. So usually I trust Facebook, but like if you see that it does not kind of like improves in the next few days, then I would kill it because it's dragging your overall campaign down.
Yeah, okay. Because it's getting like most of the spend.
Yeah, so like potentially kind of like to protect yourself, you can decrease the budget in that Advantage
Mhm.
Shopping Plus to buy yourself a bit more time, bit more days. Instead of
Mhm.
like let's
Yeah.
say spending 500 every day, you can spend like
Mm.
300. So you bought yourself like two, 3 extra days.
Yeah.
But like if you see that like on the overall that ad is not doing well, then just like kill it.
Okay. All right. And will that reset the learning phase if I kill it?
No, the things on the ad level do not affect the ad set learning.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Helpful.
Okay, let me promote you back to attendee. Okay, next we have Eli.
Hey, Marin, how's it going?
Hey, good. How about
Uh,
you?
I'm good, thank you. I've finally been going through the course. I mean, it's really, really good. Honestly, like some of the best courses I've ever seen. I think even the best numbers that you put out there and everything is so crucial to understand. So yeah, thank
Then I need to raise the prices.
you. At least tenfold, yeah. Um, okay, so I only have a couple of questions.
Yeah,
Spoke earlier in the week and about last week about many things
yeah,
already. And I just have a similar question to what we spoke about because
Sure.
I'm also a CMO for another brand that the AOV is way different than mine and their daily budget is way different and their
Okay.
so I wanted to ask when releasing a testing campaign, let's just say it's for the main winning category, for example.
Okay.
Their AOV is about $270, primarily USA market. Their average MER is about 4, but not on meta ads. And then the daily budget is about $500. So how many concepts per week would you try to test? Would you do AB or CBO? And I asked that because the hit rate is not that big.
Yeah, so due to the fact that AOV is high, budget is low, hit rate is low, I would probably do CBO.
Okay, CBO.
But maybe put like minimum budget per test. So that kind of like, okay, let's trust Facebook to spend where Facebook think it's gonna spend, but let's also like give $5, $10 to each of the concepts. It's kind of like mix between the CBO and ABO.
And that exists now, right? With CBO, you're able
Yeah,
to.
you can like you have an option next to the budget. You click edit and it says like set minimum, and then you put like, hey, Facebook, no matter what, I want you to spend like at least $5.
Awesome. That makes sense. Okay. And would I also, because of this AOV, would I also look at the last 4 to 5 day window time
So
range?
I would extend it probably to like last 5 to 7 days because especially if you're on a lower budget. So like if you launch something with 20 and like in a 7 day budget, 7 day, like you spend 150, like maybe you would not even get a sale realistically for the $270 product. So maybe that's not a good enough indicator. So it really depends what your starting budget is. But if the starting budget is smaller, then I would extend the time frame that I'm looking just because it's a higher AOV.
Well, that's another question. Would you go ahead and prioritize more concepts or more and less ads budget or more budget and less concepts? Because there's only 500 plus minus. It can grow as well, but
Yeah, so I think it really depends on the results and the number of successful tests. Like if you launch 5 tests and you don't get any winners, then that maybe doesn't make sense to do 10 tests because like realistically you'll get only one winner. So I would like maybe try to focus on the quality until the quality improves so that you can do more quantity.
okay, that makes sense. So a little bit more ad spend, but more quality and work on that with the content.
Exactly. Because like realistically your budget is small and AOV is high. So like no matter the quality or quantity, you cannot test too much.
True, true. Yeah, and I know that looking at all the numbers through Matt's module and yours, I'm pretty sure that they have a very big website conversion rate issue that I
Okay.
really want to fix because yeah, AOV is great and MER is really great as well, but when we scale, it gets a little tough.
Yeah.
Last question I have is a simple question. When you organize the drive when receiving content for new ads, like how would you like I'm trying to think about it in this way and let me know what you think. So I have in my business a lot of categories, earrings, necklaces, etc. So I'm thinking about putting one main drive folder for the ads and then under that the categories,
Yeah.
earrings, blah 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 blah. And inside, let's say earrings, I was thinking either doing like avatars and concepts. Like how would you do it like that? When making one.
So either do something like that or you do per month and then like, hey, September, and then like what you said with avatars on the angles. But like, I think that's probably a better question for Amy on the
Right.
creative
I
strategy
have a
call.
call with her on Thursday, so that's
Okay.
and that's it, man. Thank you so much.
No worries. Good, great questions as always.
Thank you, man.
Okay. Now we have Andy.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Just to give you some context, so I'm coming in from Meroda Cosmetics. They're cosmetics brand based in Europe. Not sure if you know them.
Okay.
Pretty big spend, over $1 million per month. And I kind of want to restructure the account a little bit because there's way too many campaigns, and it's a little messy. So I want to try to minimize it as much as possible, get the team to focus a little bit more on that. But
Yeah.
I have two main questions. So the first one is, so we get around 300 to 500 pieces of content per month, minimum. And I wanted to understand from you, for an account that has such a big spend with, let's say, 4 main angles, and you have 400 creatives. So let's just assume 100 creatives per angle. What would be the ideal testing structure for you on a weekly basis, you have 100 pieces of content coming in.
So didn't you say that you have, so like you have 100 per month per product, right?
We have 100 creatives per angle for one product
Okay, per week.
per week.
That's kind of like, let's say no,
Yeah.
sorry, that's like 20 concepts, because like if each has like 4 to 5 variations, right?
Yeah. Each will have 4 to 5 variations, different hooks, different
Yeah.
B-rolls, different stuff.
Yeah, so that's 20 concepts. If your hit rate is high, like we have the same situation for our internal brand, and like it is exactly what you're saying. Like we launch around like 15 to 20 concepts a week. And I launched them in ABO where each of the tests is its own ad set. If you like, you can separate testing campaign per angle, but like it would not have an impact on the performance. It's just for the organizational purposes.
So you would launch one testing ABO campaign, and then in this campaign, when you click on that, you're seeing multiple ad sets.
20
And
ad
then
sets.
in each ad set, 20 ad sets. Each ad set is a concept.
Yeah.
And then in each concept, you have the 4 variations of that concept.
Yeah.
So the
I
problem
would do
with
that if your hit rate is high. So let's say out of 20 tests you launch, you get like at least 4 or 5 winners. If you launch 20 tests, but you get only 1 or 2 winners, then you're gonna waste too much money. So then I would suggest what I suggested to Eli to do CBO with minimum budget.
Yeah, so my problem now is we've reached a point where the account is literally asking us to delete ad sets and campaigns because there's no more space anymore. I don't know what the right way to go about this is to
I
treat
would
it.
just go and like delete some old stuff, basically stuff that you launched 2, 3 years ago, or stuff that barely got any spend, or stuff that had like very, very bad results. So like, okay, old stuff, then the stuff that did not get spent, then the stuff that had like very bad performance, because in theory, you don't need any learnings from any of those 3.
Yeah. So my thinking process was, and I wanted to get your take on this, if we create 4 main angles, right, regardless of the different variations and the different sub angles, we just categorize every creative that comes in as one of these 4.
Yeah.
So let's say angle A, B, C, D, right? So if we
You
have
could have 4 testing campaigns, 1 per angle.
Mm,
If you want. Like as I said, it doesn't impact the performance. It's just like maybe it's more clear to you. Hey, like angle A has the highest CPM, but it also has the highest conversion rate, while angle B has the highest click-through rate, or like it has the best thumb-stop ratio. Okay, well, so what's happening here? It's gonna be easier for you to compare front end and the back end if you do it like that. As I said, it doesn't have impact on the performance. It's just like for the organizational purposes and for the you understanding the data.
yeah, it makes sense. And you would still limit every single ad set into 4 creatives in an ABO, right?
Yeah, I still like to do it because like I still find hook that can tremendously impact the performance.
And you're not a big fan of like the new like testing model, which is like ASC, throw in all the creatives to test in there and then see what happens.
Honestly, not really. Like maybe I will be when I start see the results dropping in my way of running the ad account, but I did not notice that yet.
Sorry, just stepped out for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so I was saying whenever you test these concepts and you find the winners, other than increasing the ad set budget, what's another method that you use to scale for an account again that's at 1 million in spend? Do you put it in
Yeah,
an
so
ASC?
exactly. So I take the winners with the post ID and I put all the winners in one Advantage Shopping Plus with a cost cap that has an inflated budget, which basically
With
allows
a
me to
cost cap?
scale. Yeah. For
Okay.
example, like
mhm.
I can tell you like like in our case, we have Advantage Shopping Plus that's on 30K with a cost cap around our cost per purchase. So let's say the other day it spent 5K, then I added a new winner from the testing to that one, and it immediately spent 30K the next day, just because that new winner was amazing. And Facebook just spent more because it could spend more. So basically my budget went like 25K additionally just because of one ad. And then like, okay, I found the ad that's working and like it's spending. So then I just keep raising
Interesting.
that inflated budget in cost cap.
Yeah, makes sense. So do you no longer do ASC without cost caps anymore? Like you don't have a
No,
regular
I just have
ASC?
ABO testing and Advantage Shopping Plus cost cap for scaling.
Interesting. And in the beginning, before you find the sweet spot for the cost cap, how are you going about it? Like every couple of days, you would just see like, okay, let me reduce it a bit to see what happens, test it for
So
3, 4 days.
usually, like I put it at my target cost per purchase. So let's say your AOV is 100, your cost per purchase target is 50. So I would either put it at 50 or I would put it like slightly below because I don't want it to overspend. So I would like start with 45 and then see, okay, how is it spending and is it getting the results? If it's spending and getting the results, cool, I can increase the budget. If it's spending but not getting the results, I need to pull back bit a bit. If it's not spending, but it's getting the results, then I can increase the bid a bit more. So basically, you want to try to find a sweet spot, but it's always better to start conservative so it doesn't overspend.
Yeah. So if it's 50, you start at 45 or 40 and then see what happens based on that.
Probably not 40, but 45. Or like, let's say your cost per purchase target is 50, but currently in the ad account, you're getting your average is 70. There's no way you could start with 50 and get the delivery because it like you should start around your like ad account average or slightly below because it's not a
Okay.
magic
Yeah.
bullet. It's just kind of like delivery mechanism.
Yeah, and then what you're doing is the more creatives you get, you try to reduce that budget because not the budget, the cost cap, because you want to also optimize as you reduce, right?
Not really, because like I would not increase the bid above what I'm comfortable with. So if your cost per target is like 50 and you start with 45, maximum I would go up to 50. I would not go to 60. I would also not go to 40 because it's a scaling and I want volume and I want good results. I don't care just about one.
Makes sense. So my question is, let's say we want to achieve a $50 CAC, right? But
Okay.
unfortunately on the account, for example, it's 70.
Okay.
So what would be the action step there? Because if I put the cost cap at 50, it's not going to spend like you said, because the account average is at 70. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be forced to put 65 or 70. But then eventually I want to try to bring that cost cap down. So how would you go about like slowly bringing that down as results improve?
But I, first of all, would not put it at 65 because I don't want Facebook to spend at 65. I can do that in my regular campaign. So
I see your point.
yeah, like why would I scale on something that's not good CPA for me?
Makes sense. Makes sense. So basically it's just going to come at don't spend. If it's not going to get us the
Yeah.
60, you're just not going to spend it
Exactly.
until you figure out a creative that actually gets you the $50. Otherwise, you're going
Exactly.
to forever keep testing until
Yeah.
you hit that specific KPI
Exactly.
that you're looking for.
Exactly. Because it's not going to change your performance. Just going to give you like more budget if it can. Obviously, you can put 50 and you can put 20K budget, but it's going to
It's not
probably
going to
spend like
spend.
500 a day. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for me. So just to kind of recap to make sure I understood this correctly. So you're saying testing, regardless of whether you do an angle in a campaign or an angle in an ad set, you're saying it doesn't matter, like it won't
Yeah.
affect performance. If it's easier to do campaign, do campaign. If it's
Yeah.
easier to do ad set, do ad set. And you would open 20 ad sets based on how many concepts we have per week. Each ad set,
Exactly.
4 or 5 ads inside it. And then anytime it performs well, you duplicate it post ID into the ASC with a cost cap of your target.
Exactly. Just to mention that like if your hit rate is low, then probably adding 20 ad sets and like you get one winner, you would waste a lot of budget. Then I would do CBO. So I would like try to assess what my hit rate was so far. I'm comfortable doing ABO and then have a dedicated budget when I know the like majority of the test, not majority, but like 1/3 of the test would work because then the winners pay for losers. If in your case you have 1 out of 20, there's no winner to pay for the losers money that you lost.
Makes sense. Okay, I have one more question unless you want to go rounds with other people.
It's fine.
Cool. Frequency situation. So we have a couple of different brands that I'm connected with as well. I'm seeing this across the board. So when you select the audience definition, by the way, do you hear music in the background?
I do not.
Okay, good. I'm at a cafe. So basically when you select the audience definition, right, you put the existing audience, add to carts, initiate checkouts, web visitors, and existing customers.
Yeah.
What we're seeing is Facebook, when you do the audience breakdown, the the frequency is so high on existing customers.
I mean, obviously, because it's
uh,
super small.
Sorry, not existing customers. I mean, on the engaged audiences,
That just means most of your ads are like retargeting ads.
remarketing. Exactly. So how would you go about this? Would you literally just eliminate from the ABO testing web visitors, for example, to make sure that this test is being done on top of funnel audiences?
In theory, you can do that, but still Facebook is going to do retargeting with those images. So basically, no matter the exclusions, Facebook is going to do prospecting or retargeting depending what type of the ad it is. I assume the most of the ads that are doing retargeting are either images or mashups or offer related. But
Yeah,
when
so
you
we
actually,
do have a couple of videos as well in the testing phase, a bit more educational, I would say. But for whatever reason, just the frequency is so high on the remarketing audience. Like per week, we can see
potentially,
it go
yeah,
up to 10.
oh wow, that is really high.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, then you can potentially force exclusions with website visitors, like what you mentioned.
But don't you think this is going to start affecting the results?
It
Because,
is,
yeah,
but like it's kind of like a balance act. We wanted to do top of the funnel, but we still wanted to have the results. So like obviously, if you could just like keep doing middle of the funnel, like in a few months, like you'll not have anything to retarget because you just exhausted the whole retargeting.
so have you seen any accounts like this where the frequency is just like crazy high before, or like is this new?
Not like frequency depends on like the time that you observe on the country and on the spend. So like I cannot tell you, hey, this is high or not. It really depends on those three parameters.
Makes sense. Okay. That's everything on my end then. Thank you so much for answering the
Cool.
questions. Appreciate it.
Great. No worries. Great discussion. Next, we have Nicole.
Do you hear me?
Yeah. Hey.
Hi, thank you for letting me ask so many questions and use a little bit of your brain.
No worries.
I wanted to ask you, like, one question is very, I think, idiotic question because, like, before we could set up advantage shopping campaigns and we had this option. Now,
Yeah.
like, to leave all the advantage plus on options on, like budget, audience. This is what you mean?
So, I mean, you still have option to exclude specific audience. Like, so basically they just merged Advantage Shopping Plus and the regular campaign and they name it Advantage Sales Campaign, but you still have option to kind of like exclude specific audiences.
Okay. So for example, if I am setting up, let's say, a CBO, and independently if I want to exclude or not the audiences, if this will be like an advantage shopping campaign if I leave all the advantage options on, like budget.
I mean, there's no Advantage Shopping Plus anymore. Basically, yeah, it kind of like does not exist anymore. Only if you're kind of like, let's say, lucky enough that you still have one of the old ones running, then like you can continue to use it. But even if you try to duplicate it or create a new one, it would default to put you in that kind of like new Advantage sales campaign.
Okay. Another question that I had is like, I'm seeing here, like I'm seeing lately a lot of discrepancies between the data in Triple Whale and Ads Manager. Like usually, where do you pull your data to use it as a North Star? Like I know that I am using your daily report, which helped me a lot. But like in order to make a decision, like I'm gonna give a budget bump to something, for example,
Yeah.
or something.
So like pick one and stick to it for a month and then see how effect it has on the overall results. At the start, pick one that has most kind of like that resembles the blended results a bit more. Because like if you start like, hey, this is better in Facebook, hey, this is better in Triple Whale, so increase the budget on both, you'll end up just like, you know, increasing the budget on everything while the results are not working. So like it's hard to tell which one is working. Usually I saw more discrepancy when there's more view conversion in Facebook because the Triple Whale is mostly like on the click basis on the UTM. So if you have more view conversions, then I would definitely trust Triple Whale.
Okay, got it. And let me just take notes of this conversion. Okay. Another question that I have is like, so I also launched as a our colleague said, the first lady, she launched a CC campaign, and I did as well before the weekend. The overall results are very decent. Of course, that there are some days that it underperforms, but like you said, there is this kind of mechanism where when you check in the whole window, it will create this average of, and if the results are you are satisfied with the results and it's reaching the target, I'm just going to leave it. Would you suggest to, because now like our new customer CPA is around no, our CPA is around 38 according to Meta.
Yeah.
And we set at 35. But our goal is 42, just to know.
Okay.
So would you duplicate this and test other cost caps, or just in the campaign level you just change that?
I just change it in the campaign level, because if you duplicate it, then in theory you have the same ads with the same audience going for the same people, just with another under the different bid. So like you're kind of like competing with yourself, which makes no sense.
I got it. And I think last week, I don't know if I got this right, but you said that it's okay to use the same ads if you are running, like, for example, a broad ABO versus an interest versus a CBO. Like it's okay to run the same ads in these kind of different structures.
Yeah, so it's like I'm okay with using the same ads if it's different audience, different attribution setting, different bidding, or different optimization, like value optimization. So each of these is like slightly different. Obviously, partially they're gonna overlap, but they're like slightly different. I'm never gonna have the same ad, same audience, same attribution setting in two different campaigns. That's why I said like it doesn't make sense for you to have a like under the cost cap, but with a different bid. But like if any of these four parameters is different, then it's okay to have the same ad.
And one last question is, how do you go about recycling some very old ads that performed well in the past? Would you try to make some revivals time to time just to see if they work, or you just simply forget about it? And
I mean, like I always have my old winners running somewhere. Like either they're like in testing, or they're like moved to the audience campaign, or they're moved to Advantage Shopping Plus campaign, that scaling one. So basically, I'm always have them in case you don't have them. Like what Grace mentioned, she went through the whole ad account, find some old winners, took their post ID, and then just relaunch them. So I would suggest that to you as well.
yeah, I mean, because we have some ads like that they stopped working like let's say 1 year ago, but before that
I would give them a chance.
you would give them a chance.
Yes.
Okay.
Because like usually when I take over the ad account, I go through the like year and a half and find those old ads and like relaunch them, and they often become the best performers because people just forget about them. And I know like this ad was a winner, it spent a lot, it has a lot of social proof, so it has way higher chance of succeeding.
All right. Yeah, I did some of these experiments today, and I think today the results started great, which I didn't expect it because we tried a few times in different setups, in different you can imagine actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I will do this as well.
Yeah, it's just crucial to take the post ID so you can carry the social proof.
All right. Thank you very much. You've been like very, very helpful.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Anjay.
Hey there, Marin.
Hey,
Hope you're
hey.
doing well. Okay, so basically, I have for today I have a similar question to Andy before the last one of his questions. Frequency of one of our most scaled ad accounts, mainly 2-3 the main ad accounts, has been rising, and with I don't know if you had drop in performance, but I had a pretty big drop in performance for Prime days.
Did you run
my
the Prime
C-
offer or not?
Nope.
That explains
Yeah,
it.
so basically I dive deep into CTR and see that my frequency is rising and CTR is dropping on 3 main ad accounts. And I I I then went through the audiences, and I saw that Meta was spending up to 30% of my budget on engaged audience, because obviously it had much better performance than cold audience. So what I did, I started testing, and I put in my cost cap scaling campaigns. I put everywhere to exclude. On top of existing customer, I started to exclude engaged audience.
Okay.
So my question is, I want to, in the next week or two, I want to create a remarketing campaign, because obviously Facebook needs to be hard stopped with audiences, and I would still like to hit folks that went to my website, and I want to regulate how much spend it actually goes on them. So my frequency won't be rising on my testing campaigns. What do you think about that?
I mean, in theory, you can do that partially, but the thing is, Facebook is still gonna partially do retargeting no matter your exclusions. It's just like you need to focus on creating more top of the funnel ads. This is kind of like short term, and this is a first step, and it's okay, but like down the road, you need to focus on more top of the funnel ads.
Yeah, but I mean, most of my ads are like are either high production UGC or some kind of UGC that is like presentation angle, or maybe some explicit pain point angle. And I wouldn't say they're middle of funnel or bottom of funnel, since they don't have specific great offer in them or something.
Facebook obviously disagree. So I would like go and sort your highest spender, like sort your best ads per spend, and check which of these ads had the lowest frequency. And this would tell you which of these ads are really doing top of the funnel, and then like focus more on either using that angle or creating more of those ads, or like see why these ads are different than the ads that have a higher frequency.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. I'll check it out. Thank you.
Cool. Keep me posted on that.
Okay.
Okay, we have the man, the legend, Jure.
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, good. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Nice.
This week's call is really amazing. So I'm really enjoying
like
actually.
really good questions. You picked
Yeah,
proper
awesome.
ones.
So I hope I'll keep up with the previous one. Hey, I wanted to actually ask you, how do you approach partnership ads basically these days? So the situation that we have, so we have 5 content creators that actually produce 4 different styles of videos with 3 hooks each. Basically, so I wanted to ask you, what is like your go-to approach when testing partnership ads or whitelisting, however you call it, basically.
In terms of the on the campaign level, if you want to isolate your whitelisting test compared to the regular test, you could have a new campaign. As again, to mention to the end, like it doesn't have impact on the performance.
Yeah.
It's just like from the organizational purposes. In terms of the ad set level, it's still the same, like creator per concept. So let's say if the creator gives you 3 different videos, each with 3 different hooks, I'd have 3 different ad sets.
Okay. And what about like using, so how many copy variations do you actually
Just
use? Is
one.
it like only one? Only
Yeah, I
one
just like
with the
stick
best
to one ad
performing
copy. One ad copy, one headline, and just testing the creatives.
and make sure they are speaking in the first person, basically.
Exactly. So it's not like, hey, we are the best brand. It's like, hey, I tried this, and like, hey, I'm wearing this every time when I'm going to gym, or so kind of like it looks like it's coming from their perspective.
Okay, cool. And basically, yeah, just going Advantage Plus. So yeah, just business as usual. So this is it. And how often do you actually find like winning creatives when you get like content from the creator versus just your editors actually need to remake it? Because the last round that I got, we had like basically almost 0 winners when we tried to actually upload just the videos that they posted, and we needed to re-edit everything
Yeah, so
basically. And
pretty
when we
much
re-edited it, it was
way
much
harder.
more successful. Yeah.
Yeah, so we pretty much edit everything
Mhm.
because like they sometimes say like or like they like take a pause for 2 seconds and like they don't know what to say, or like they don't showcase it properly. So like we always edit it and then we send them for approval. Hey guys, like we edited this, like are you okay with that? Although like 80% of the video is like still the same. It's just like we added a different hook. We kind of like use our font, we like use better B-rolls and stuff like that. We add
Okay.
captions and stuff like that.
Okay. And the second part of the question that I have is regarding passion pages or third-party pages. Going into the Q4, we actually haven't done it as much. And basically, I wanted to also ask you about like the system that you have. Is it like you just take like 5 winning creatives and you test it on 3 different styles, basically, of
Yeah.
third-party pages, and that's it,
Yeah.
or how do you approach it?
Something like that. Honestly, since I know what your brand is, like I did not see much success with it in
Clothing, okay.
in clothing.
Okay.
I see more success with like actual users, people that are actually athletes going to the gym, Pilates, whatever. Like
Mhm.
while on the other side, when there's like a problem solving product, then the third party pages do better. But obviously you can test like if you have specific personas, like one can be like, I don't know, men fitness, and that can be the
Yeah.
page. The other can be, I don't know, trendy fashion, sportswear, or like whatever.
I was actually thinking about like gifting. So because I
Okay,
actually
yeah.
saw that for clothing last year, some of the brands actually have like, I don't know, best gift for men, something like that.
Yeah.
Because like we are selling men's apparel, and in
Yeah.
Q4 a lot of female are buying. And basically the second one was like best deals or Black Friday deals or something like that. This was
Yeah.
also one thing that worked well. I
I
saw
mean, if
brands
you
using it.
if you know that people are buying your brand because of the gifting, then it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, like last year we had like 80% of the sales coming from the female audience. So
Okay, then definitely it makes sense.
yeah. Okay. That was it. Thanks, man.
Cool. No worries. Good questions. Anybody else has any questions? Guys that are active? Adam. Okay, Michelle.
Hey, Marin.
Hey, you finally joined.
Yeah, first time. It's actually very busy. I also didn't know I had to raise the hand to speak, so I was just waiting for my time. But anyway, here I am.
Yeah.
So I'll just jump straight into it. We launched in the United States a few weeks ago. And as you probably know from the community, we're using Funnelish at the moment to build the funnel. And it's not a problem at the moment because things are going well. But Facebook tracking is really messed up at the moment because with Funnelish, they're tracking the first order as one purchase on Facebook with that AOV, and then all the upsell as other orders with their own AOV. And then on Facebook, I have so many purchases and the AOV is way lower. I talked to a friend and he told me he's using Checkout Champ, and what he's doing is just reporting the first purchase to Facebook and just ignoring all the upsell. But wanted to hear your take on this.
Yeah, so really good topic. I also know a couple of people that started passing back only the first purchase because when they started passing everything, it looks like the AOV is higher, so Facebook was giving them way higher CPMs. So like they did it intentionally, not kind of like to kind of like showcase Facebook lower AOV, and like their CPMs went down. That kind of like worked for them. How to actually track on your side, like I honestly don't have an answer because I'm not so much experienced with Funnelish. I would check with probably someone else who has like a bit more experience with the Funnelish. How are they using that? Or like you can kind of like model what your AOV in Facebook is compared to the model to the real AOV. So let's say your AOV is like 70, but Funnelish AOV ends up being 100, then you know that like there's 1.3 higher AOV. So then in theory, you have lower targets on Facebook because you know it's going to have 30% higher revenue at the end, just for the organization, for the optimizational purposes.
Okay, so it's not like a big deal if we don't report all the upsell, because in the end, the upsell, as you know, with these funnels is a lot. Like it's basically 40% of the AOV comes from the upsell.
Yeah, so I don't think that's a problem as long as you're like making your blended decision based on the blended numbers. So like, hey, Facebook can look like at 1.5, but blended is at 2.5, which is at the target. So okay, let's push Facebook. So basically you just model the blended to the Facebook so you know what your target in Facebook is.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I will try to do that. And we also switching to checkout champ to optimize better the upsell because funnel is a little bit limited on that side. And then we're also thinking about getting like a triple way or something like that. Because so far in Italy, we're spending like 3K per day on Facebook. So I think we were just using
Yeah.
Facebook to optimize it. But yeah, maybe in the US with a way higher spending, it might be worth it. So for that, do you have any recommendation on platform or triple whale is fine?
Honestly, I would, in your case, I would check whatever has the best integration in tracking the funnelish and checkout champ.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll check that. And then I was checking Facebook and I couldn't find the page score anymore. Do you know if it's still there? It's not there.
Yeah, like I also like could not find it the other day. I even had like a link like bookmarked. So when I click on that link, it just like took me to 404 page. So I think it's still there, but like there's no easy way to find it. I'll have to check with my rep if that's
Okay. And does Facebook has maybe something different, like a business manager score or something like that? Because I just want to make sure everything is going well in the US,
I
when it's something
don't
new.
I
No.
don't know. Like I know the like with insiders you can check like your kind of like uh is business manager clean, but I don't think there's some kind of score that affects the performance.
Okay. Okay. And then also for US, we are having this very high CPM. I'm pretty sure I know what's happening because our main angle now is that our cream is made in Italy. And basically we are saying, okay, these are like clean ingredients, while in the US they have like bad ingredients. So we use some words that are say like bad. And then we also like use this comparison of, let's say in Europe, they ban 1,600 ingredients and
Yeah.
the US 11 ingredients. You've probably seen that. And I think using this word like USA is banning only 11 ingredients, I don't think Facebook likes when you use these kind of words.
I mean, potentially it's the whole angle that is affecting the high CPM. Like I would try some cleaner version to see whether that would actually give you the lower CPMs. I assume it will, but it would also give you lower conversion rate. So it's just kind of like trying to find the balance between those two.
Okay, but do you maybe have like an SOP that you give to brands that have these ads that are a little bit pushy or not really?
No, it's
Because
just like, hey
it's
guys, like
just,
you cannot say your, I don't know, face would look 10 years younger in 15 hours. So, like what is believable and not believable.
yeah. But also like at the moment we're having this $100 CPM with high CTR, so it's like $2-3 for CPC for
Yeah,
men over
but conversion
50 in
rate is
beauty.
really high and your
Yeah.
thumbs up ratio is also
Still,
pretty
still
high.
super
Yeah,
profitable, so
yeah.
still good. But yeah, I think it can be lower, right? It's not normal to have this
Yeah, like
high.
probably like with tone down messaging and with time, like it would go down. I had like some real brands, let's say from Australia and Europe, like that are into skincare. They go to US, like they're not really aggressive, but they have high CPM because like in Facebook eyes, these are the new guys in town. So like with time, it should go down.
Yeah, exactly. And then last question I have, it's for the creative agency. So we had a creative agency in Italy that were making like 11 creative assets per month. We're paying like 5K per month for euro. And after like 5 months, we just stopped the collaboration with them because basically they couldn't keep up because we have like a very strong team in house, and they were saying, look, we usually work with brands that have like very shitty creatives, so we come in. That's when we add value. So I was wondering, do you think it's worth it to test all of these agency if we are like very good at making these VSLs and ads ourselves? Can
Good
they add value?
question. Like honestly, there's not much agency that actually do like this type of VSLs that you guys are probably doing. Most of them are like, yeah, either like high production or UGC, which I would not necessarily go that route until you try to do UGC yourself and then see it works. Because like the reality is probably they would not end up beating you. What agency are good at, like having like a different perspective. Hey, like this is a potential angle that we could do. This is like something that we did not try. So like you let them execute that.
Okay, so yeah, just to save time, maybe to test more angles and to test more
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, and then for the winning creatives that you find on Facebook, you give it to Google Ads, I guess. That's like
Yeah,
pretty
to
standard.
YouTube, uploading, and TikTok.
Okay, so uploading, you put the same creatives,
Yeah,
and you
it
do
just
media
needs to be
buying there as
it just
well.
needs to be 60 seconds.
60 seconds?
Yeah, under
Okay.
60 seconds. So not sure if the VSL would be kind of like a good fit. If you can re-chop that VSL into 60 seconds, and then it maybe makes sense.
Yeah, a little bit hard.
Yeah.
And you follow the media buying on uploading as well?
Honestly, there's not much really media buying. You just have a campaign, you put a target ROAS or target cost per purchase, and you upload the ads, and that's it. So it's kind of like a one big advantage shopping plus, and like you upload all the ads and you have the end card, and that's it. So there's not much wisdom there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but probably so not worth it to test uploading at the moment because yeah, our VSL are like 6 minutes.
Yeah, then
So-
probably not a great fit. Yeah.
Yeah. So once we find new ads, okay. And then the last question for the Facebook ad account structure. So at the moment, I'm following like a hybrid approach. So I have a CBO with minimum spending to test creatives.
Okay.
The minimum spending is like $45. And then after, let's say it spends $200, $300, if it's not profitable, I just cut the ads there.
Yeah,
And then keep adding new ads in there.
that's fine.
And then, yeah, and then we have another campaign to test landing page and offers. Just like there is not like a real reason, just organization, just easier to see
it
to
is.
find
Yeah,
this thing.
I do the same if we are not testing in intelligence. Basically, you take the winning ads and you point them to a new landing page.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have the cost cap to scale. I usually always use cost cap and not bid caps. I'm not sure if there is a difference there.
Yeah, there
But,
is. So bid cap is kind of like a ceiling. So if you put 50, it would not go above 50. So it would go like 44, 45, 48, 39. It would not go above 50, but it would not have so much volume. Cost cap is average. It would go 55, 45, 47, like 53, and it should average at 70. But I'm okay at a higher volume, paying like 5, 10%, 15% higher cost per purchase because it gives me volume. So kind of like bid cap is more on the efficiency and it does not go above the ceiling, but it doesn't have a volume. Cost cap has a bit more volume, but it fluctuates.
okay. Yeah. Sounds good. And yeah, just the difference that I was seeing in US compared to Italy is that in Italy, these cost caps, I was never able to scale it properly. And whenever I was putting the budget, even I put my CPA, then it always either overspends or doesn't spend at all. While in the US, it works like, wow, like magic. It's like printing money. It's like, wow.
Nice
It's
to
very,
hear
very
that.
weird.
Yeah, it's really good for scaling when you have good ads.
Yeah. When you have high AOV, I think it's perfect. We are having like $120 AOV.
Nice.
So yeah. But yeah, problem now is that we're producing this stuff in Italy, so we need to ship it with the logistics.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it takes
okay.
a long lead time.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was all. Thank you very much, Marin.
Okay, good questions. See you soon again. And then we have Ricardo. Hey, hey.
Hi, Marin. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nice. So I have a very quick question about the CPM and CTR going down. We already talked about that on school, and for example, in our ad account, the first weeks we tried, we launched new ads in the USA and Australia. Our CPM were like 180, 190, or
Oh, wow.
even 200. And then after 10 weeks, we have 30, 40 as a CPM, and our CTR is very, very low. So it went from like 8% to 2%. So during this,
But your CPM also went down 4x. So basically, they go in same ratio. So
and basically the CPC just keep it like 1.5.
yeah,
It was
because
always
the CPC
1.5.
is ratio between the CPM and click-through rate.
Yeah, the problem is that also the conversion rate
went down.
Yeah, and also I would say also the ROAS. In
Yeah, I
general.
mean, if like CPC stayed the same, but AOV stayed the same and conversion rate went down, yeah, ROAS would go down. So I would just like check, okay, what these old ads, how they were different compared to these new ads. And like maybe it's better for us to have a higher CPM.
Yeah, exactly. But since the conversion rate is going down, also the AOV is a little bit down. Let's say five, six, or maybe $8 less than the beginning. We are also trying to test new offers, so that is I think
Yeah, that could be
one of the
potentially,
reasons.
yeah.
Yeah. And but what is the first things the first thing you would try to do to let's say increase the CPM or
I
try
mean, I
to
would check what type of the offer you had and what type of the messaging you had during that period in your ads.
okay.
Because if you tone down a messaging, if you went to a different angle, like it could affect the CPM.
Yeah, could be because the main offer is basically the same in these 10 weeks, but we change just small things. So probably is not the offer the main reason. So it is
Yeah.
more on the messaging and the angle.
Yeah, I would
So
check like what kind of ads were running then.
okay. And at the moment, talking about the ad account structure, we have this testing campaign with like 25, 27 assets. And we are spending around in the next days, we spend 6K per day. And
Okay.
I think that because on Monday and Tuesday, that are the worst days for us,
Yeah.
the best assets are, or the best campaign are the scaling one, the scaling campaign that is doing pretty well. The retargeting campaign that is basically image with offers, stuff like that. And in the testing campaign, all the assets are not going so much well, but except one that is running until since August. And it is spending right now 700 per day. That is the most
Yeah.
higher. It is the higher right now. So my question is, in order to continue to test new creatives, do you think is a good idea to keep ads at $60 per day? Because in this testing campaign, 24, I would say 22 assets of these assets are like a 60, 90 day dollar per day. So and five of them are 300, 400, 700, and only them are working well.
Yeah, so like I don't launch any new tests Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So even if you launch them on Wednesday, by Monday you would like probably kill all the bad performers. So not sure why would you have something on 60 or 90 if it's not working.
Yeah, because we launched them also on Friday and Saturday because we see that
Okay.
in these
So I would
during
just
the
like
weekend.
probably like, but like even if you launch them on Friday, by Monday you could see like, hey, is it like around the target? Is it like way below the target? Like, should we decrease them? Like, I even decrease budget on Monday on my good performers because I know Monday would be shitty.
Okay.
So basically on Monday and Tuesday you want to minimize the losses.
Okay. Yeah. And what about, for example, if you because we try to launch also something new on Sunday because we see that even on Sunday, the first day they doing good, and but on Monday, of course, and
Yeah,
Tuesday.
that's why I avoid Sunday because like one day is not good enough for me.
Yeah, so okay. So basically don't run new ads until
Yeah, I
it's
launch them Wednesday, Thursday mostly. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
yeah, okay. Okay, nice. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. And we have just one last question from Joel.
Hi, Marin. How you going?
Hey, good. How about you?
Very good, thank you. This will be super quick. Sorry to hold you up.
No worries.
Just in regards to added to cart in our ad account, for some reason, we're just not too sure if the metric is giving us accurate results. However, it's always giving us like a really low number of add to carts, less than initiated checkouts. and we're unsure if we've like set up the event correctly on Facebook. Not too sure. It's just giving us a lot of incorrect data because people have to obviously click add to cart in order to get to checkout, but it's like giving us more checkouts than it is added to carts. So I wanted
Yeah.
to know if
So
this
I would check first of all, like on your website how the flow is set up. Because like if you don't have add to cart, like when you click and like it opens up a cart, like or people are not taken to cart, like it could be causing that. Like if you go there like from add to cart button to the checkout, it could be that it's causing a drop. You can check with Pixel Helper plugin when the add to cart is fired, and you can also go to Events Manager to test event tool, and you type your link, and then like you actually just go and click around, and it would like showcase you when the add to cart is fired.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I'll do that now. Perfect. That's my question done.
Okay, no
Thank you.
worries. Jurek has additional question, but make it quick, Jurek, because I have another call in 2 minutes.
Okay, super fast.
Yeah.
So basically, currently I'm using Converge to actually send back data into Ads Manager. And I wanted to ask you if you maybe actually have experience of running from Converge to either Elevar or Sonar from Tripleware or something like that, if you've actually seen any difference or not really.
I think it's like same thing.
Okay, cool. So it shouldn't be a problem if we move to Sonar. Okay,
No,
cool. Awesome. That's it. Thanks, man.
no worries. This is it, guys. It was really productive call. I like the questions. The recording call would be uploaded to school section, so you can check it for more details. But thank you all for coming. See you next week. If you're an ecom client spending at least 50K a month on your Facebook ads and you're stuck, you don't know how to scale. Every time you try to scale, performance drops. Then reach out for a consulting call or a free audit of your ad account, and let's fix the mistakes in your ad account, and let's scale your store and put it to the right track without Facebook ads roller coaster performance. Cheers.